If you are applying to medical school and you need letters of recommendation but have no idea how to ask, let me give you some advice. My name is Arkasha. I'm a current resident doctor, and here are some of the things that I personally did to get letters of rec from professors, including professors that I hadn't seen in a while, and made it very efficient and had a good yield from. Now, the first thing you need to do is identify just a few professors or maybe research mentors or maybe even doctors that you worked with in like a clinical capacity to ask. And you really want to think about like, who are the people that I've worked with or whose class I've taken, whose office hours I've gone to that can actually write me a strong letter, because you don't want generic letters. You definitely don't want weak letters or negative letters. So take a moment to think about that. Now, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to draft up a good email. And in this email, you absolutely have to say who you are. So like, my name is Arkasha. I go to this university. I'm majoring in this, in biology or something. And I took your class, or I worked with you in research, or, on some project or something like that. And I'm reaching out to ask whether you will write me a strong letter of recommendation for medical school. So make it clear why you're actually writing to them first. Now, the next thing you should probably talk about is why you're asking them, or maybe just tell them something you learned from them, or maybe something you enjoyed about the experience of working with them. Like, I took your class. I really thought it was amazing. I learned these things. I thought it was great the way you taught, and I learned a lot. Or maybe you remember we did research together. Here are some of the things I worked on. Now, a really important thing that you should do with this email as well is you should attach a document or a copy of some work or some assignment that you did for that professor. Maybe it was a lab report. Maybe it was an essay. Maybe you published a paper together. Definitely attach that, right? Just something to remind them about the quality of your work and what you did with them. Now, the other thing that you should do is you should attach a copy, or at least some sort of draft of your medical school personal statement, so that they can read it and see why it is you want to go to medical school, right? To give them more material to use for their letter. Okay. Now, the other thing you should do is attach a copy of a good resume and CV, well edited, easy to read, again, so they have more information. And the last thing you should do is you should say, look, please let me know if you're willing to write me a strong letter. I totally understand if not, but also if you would like to, I'd be happy to meet with you one-on-one on Teams, on Zoom, or maybe in person to discuss this. Because let me tell you, it can be a very good idea to actually meet in person if they want to, because then you can get a really good vibe check, see how they feel about it. Are they enthusiastic? Or are they maybe kind of like very hesitant? Are they being negative? Because, you don't want to get a letter from someone that's, either going to not just do it at all, basically, and then waste your time, or that's going to write you a bad letter. Okay. So that can be a good idea as well. It's not necessary, but if they want to meet, just give them that option. Okay. Now, also, I have designed a email template for you guys to use that you can literally just fill out and maybe edit just a little bit. If you want that template to ask your professors for letters of rec, just DM us the word medical and ask us for it. We'll send it to you. Additionally, if you're studying for the MCAT, I am hosting group tutoring sessions throughout the month of January. We're doing high yield rapid review for all the sections of the MCAT. I think it's very useful. It's a total of 10 hours split into 4 sessions. If you're interested, DM us and we will send you the link. Hope to see you there.